it seems like the same old story. Like I applaud our guys for competing and playing hard. I thought we scrapped, and I mean we're much better than we were a month and a half ago. And I told the team this week, it's like you have to reward yourself though. Like you have to play hard, but you also have to play smart. And we do some crazy things. We just do some bonehead stuff that's costing us. We're playing too good of teams and too high of a level to have some of the turnovers that we have and some of the scoring droughts that we have. You can only mask it for so long. Like it comes down to like at some point we're going to break through, but we also have to do what winning entails, and that includes playing smart, taking care of the basketball. It seems, like I said, this whole month, other than the Michigan State game, like we've put ourselves in position to win in the last 8 minutes of the game, and then we have some scoring lulls. We're not taking great shots. We have some really bad turnovers, trying to force things, or we'll have I thought there was they missed a couple shots, two tonight where our guards didn't come up with the loose ball somehow, some way. You have to find a way to do that. And until we do that, we're going to have the same result. Like I said, I mean, we're not talented enough to not do that. Like we have to go above and beyond this year. And but it hurts for the guys because like they are playing hard, man. They're competing, and but there's a lot more you got to do a lot more than that to win. And I'll give UCLA a lot of credit too. Like their guards made shots. We didn't. I mean, Andrews, his shot at the end. That's what he does. He did the same thing at Oregon. He's done it plenty of times this year. That's what great guards do. I thought Sebastian Mack came in. I think he only played 10 minutes, but I thought he really impacted the game. Made two big threes when they kind of, took a hold of the lead. And Kobe Johnson. Their guards might have had all 9 of their threes. And they were really efficient. And I thought their guards controlled the game. And even when they started going down to Mara, down there at the end, like, just they're good shots. I thought Andrews made some good pull-ups early in the second half, but Mara, when they went to him late, when it was kind of a one-possession game, and he scored twice in a row. And I thought Frank played as good a defense as you could. I thought he did a great job walling up without fouling and contesting. It's just a 7'3", 7'4" kid that gets to his left shoulder and made the shot. And obviously, Andrews hit the big shot at the end where, we really challenged our guys, just get one stop. And if they would have shot it even earlier, we're going to try to get a quick 2, and then foul and try to put them on the line. Or if we had a 3, obviously we'd have taken that to try and tie the game.
Questions?
Hey, just how tough is it to overcome when you're not hitting shots from the outside?
It's impossible at this level. It is. It's been our deal all year. It just has. Like, if we were shooting the ball at a high level, we'd probably have 15 wins. We really would. But we're not. And I still like some of the shots we're getting. I thought a couple of the threes were forced. But for the most part, like, we're getting against UCLA, like, it's as good a look as you're going to get.
And then you probably don't look at the schedule too much, but is there a feeling like if you play like this going forward, it seems like the schedule is going to lighten up a bit, and it feels like you guys have kind of found something. If you play like this, then the scoreboard may look different at the end of games?
I mean, not necessarily. Like, in the Big Ten, I don't think it ever lightens up. Minnesota's playing really good basketball right now. They beat Michigan. They went on the road and beat Iowa. They got, Dawson Garcia, who, like, they got really good guards that can knock it down. So, like, they're dangerous. And, Northwestern and Nebraska, like, they've all had huge wins. And so, if we don't clean up some of the stuff, like, it's going to be really hard to win games. We have to play better. Our guards got to control the game better. We have to make sure we're executing and getting the shot we want, especially in the second half. Sometimes it's like, sometimes we just get into like open gym mode, and you can't do that, and when we do that, we look like bad players. We really do, and we're not bad players, but the defenses are so good, they can make us look bad offensively when we're not, keeping the proper spacing and moving the basketball.
Frank played 21 minutes.
Yeah.
First game back, I wouldn't have expected him to play that much, but he didn't look gassed at all at the end.
No, he's in great shape. He really is. He's been, like I said, he looks as healthy and fresh as he's been since September. When we got him, and actually he's healthier now. Like I said, really proud of the energy, and he changed some shots, blocked some shots, grabbed some great rebounds down there, and like I said, the Mara kid's a load, and I thought he did a tremendous job guarding him and making it as hard as possible on him. You could tell his timing was a little bit off. On a couple, rolls, we had him for dunks, and he caught it. One time he traveled, one he just kind of rushed it and missed it. Where that'll come, just with the more he's playing. But I thought he played terrific.
Yeah, DJ seemed to struggle with his shot out there. Every shot he took was a three, but he still had 32 minutes. But he seems to be able to space the floor a little bit.
He does, and it makes the offense a little bit easier when he's out there because like they were really hugged up to him, so it did create some spacing, especially when he was able to post feed it to great. They're not able to just come down and double right away. But like I said, it's one of those games where if he gets going like Illinois, we win the game. But at the end of the day, you got to make them too.
Your team just seemed a lot different when you had those two big guys on the floor tonight. Just a lot more physical. Did you feel that?
Yeah, and because Great and Frank are like they seek contact. Like I thought they, we're obviously a lot more physical when it's basically Frank or Wilhelm. Yeah.
Now, like a week ago or a week and a half ago, you said that Frank has to play. When somebody asked you, will he come back or not? And you said he has to play. And, if nothing else, you inferred that.
I don't remember saying he has to play.
Well, you said he needed to play, inferring that he might come back next year. That's still a real serious thought that he'll
Yeah.
apply for a medical and try and come back.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we're hoping, yeah.
Okay.
Because his best basketball's ahead of him. Poor kid, man, he's just had some bad luck, and he works his butt off on rehab. He does everything he's supposed to do. And, hopefully he can, get back and have a great full season.
And last thing for me, what happened to him tonight that allowed him to play? Was it a pain threshold thing, or how did you measure him knowing that he could come out and play tonight?
Yeah, just, talking to him in between timeouts, and he's like, Coach, I feel great. And we did a pretty good job, like he might be in for 2 minutes, get him a rest. Yeah. Get him in for 2, get him a rest. And, but he just, like I said, he looked as healthy as he's looked since he's been with me.
Great was your only guy in double figures tonight. Is there anything that UCLA just did a little bit differently that just kind of helped? Because you guys went 41% from the floor. Was it a defensive thing, or was just guys just struggling to hit shots outside of just 3-point range?
A little bit of both. They're one of the the better defensive teams in the country. I think they're number 2 in forcing turnovers. And we had 14, and I thought probably 10 or 12 of those were careless on our part. Either dribbling into the teeth of the defense, where we told our guys like they're going to be in the gaps, like you have to drive to pass. And I thought we had some really sloppy turnovers in that regard. But I thought they played great. I thought Great did a really good job driving. And when he's driving from the perimeter, it's hard to come double team him like when we just throw it to him on the block. But I thought Great played, obviously much better than he did down in Poly, where he had 8 turnovers. And being kind of the focal point of their defensive game plan. I thought Great played terrific tonight.
And then defensively, UCLA hit over 50% of their threes, I think 9 of 17. Was that just more of them hitting tough shots, or was it a defensive thing?
It's just good players. That's what guards at this level do. You come off a stagger and you're open, you knock it down. I thought Kobe Johnson did that early, and then he got another one in the second half. Sebastian Mack did it. The only one I thought was a really tough shot was Andrews at the very end of the game. You know, I mean, that's a that's a big time shot. You know, big time step back shot for the game. You know, but I thought a couple of them we lost their guys, like their speed. They sprinted off the screen and we weren't fast enough and didn't get there and contest in time. But other than that, like they just, you know, they made some tough ones.
The scheduling's just been really weird, and you got a big break coming up. And my gut tells me that you'd probably prefer to play in a couple of days. But what do? You know, when you with this much time off between your next game?
Yeah, I mean we got to give the guys some time off. You know, like they've really had kind of one full day off. You know, seems like in the past month. You know, like there's obviously days off, but there's always something going on. So the plan is kind of let them, you know, get their bodies, get some rehab, you know, Saturday and Sunday, and then, you know, with the long week, get back after it on Monday.
Hey, is there anything to like learning how to win again? You know, like it's been a while since you guys have been on the right side of the scoreboard, and just after something like this, do you have to, you know, kind of say, all right, this is how we win games? Yeah,
and we know what our formula is, and for whatever reason, like, you know, we're not disciplined enough to do it. You know, like it's hard. Like what winning entails, like getting the stops, getting all the loose balls in the last 10 minutes of the game. You can't turn the ball over like we do in the last 10 minutes. You can't have bad offensive possessions. And, you know, like we're having, it's usually like 2 to 4 possessions a game that are just backbreakers. You know, whether it's we take a crazy 3 instead of, you know, we might get an offensive rebound and take a 3 instead of backing it out, getting what we want. You know, driving the ball, making them guard us. I thought we settled too much because it was hard. You know, our guards, we really didn't get. Tyree did a couple times early, but, you know, we didn't really get by their guards. You know, and credit their guards for stepping up and really guarding penetration because it was hard for our guys to get by them tonight. But, like, to your point, like, yeah, you know, but, like, you have to, in order to get through that barrier, you have to do the little things that it takes to win. You know, I don't know what UCLA, I mean, they had 11 turnovers. I don't know what they had at half. They didn't have too many turnovers in the second half, I don't think. You know, and they made a lot of jump shots in the second half.
Any other questions? Thanks, Coach.
You bet, thanks.